What is up, fellas? Video number 2 from the windowsill. Welcome back. So, in this quick little video, just a short one, basically, I want to answer a question which I literally had myself just now, which I think a lot of people might be interested in, and that is what happens in a Formula One team where during shutdown, right? Because if you don't know, in Formula One teams, you usually get 2 shutdowns. You get one in the summer. Usually there's like a month break or 3-week break because the last race is Hungary, which is at the very beginning of August. And then the next one is at the very end of August, right, which is Netherlands. It used to be Monza straight after, the very first weekend of September. So these F1 teams usually get like 2 to 3 weeks there, and then they get another maybe 2 to 3 weeks in December, right, during Christmas, because everybody wants to go home and spend time with their family, right, for Christmas. So these F1 teams then get the time to do what I'm about to say now. I don't know, by the way, I'm a Formula One Composite laminator, so I know a thing or two about how this works, I guess, because you just hear things, you just see things, right? There's only a limited amount of things that I can say to you, but this is something that I can say because it is common knowledge, right? So what do Formula One teams then do? So a lot of the people, a lot of the contractors, a lot of the laminators, a lot of the, I'm sure, trimmers and many other people from other departments usually get their holiday, obviously, and they go off and spend time with their families, I don't know, go abroad, whatever, get some good sun. What do the teams themselves do, right? So a lot of the stuff is just maintaining the maintenance of the local facilities, repainting the walls the exact same color they were before, just to sort of like get rid of any smudges, dirt, whatever might occur in I don't know, the raised bays or in some specific rooms around the factory, cleaning up the factory, getting maybe some cleaners in, etc. Maybe for some teams it could be like renovating, it could be bringing in, I don't know, new machinery, it could be bringing in new people as well, it could be hiring process. I'm sure some of the HR probably stick about to, I don't know, hire some new people, new trainees. I think it's in the summer, right, when they get like, a lot of the teams get obviously apprentices and trainees and people like that to go around the factory and feel it out and see what position fits them the best and suits them the best. So, and that gives them the time around that time. Obviously, the F1 drivers, obviously they'll have their week, off sort of thing with their family, but the ones that want to improve, the ones that want to be the best, they're out there, they're in the simulators, they're trying, they are, crunching the hours, grinding, that sort of thing. We all have to put our time in, don't we? Some of them might get trained up on like new machinery or like new machines and new things during that shutdown or during that quiet time around the shutdown, because usually the whole summer between those races is a little bit quieter, less races, more breaks, etc., that sort of thing, right? So the teams get a bit more of a chance to maintain their facilities and stuff around that. Whereas winter shutdown is a little bit different, as you can imagine, because you're in the midst of it, in the midst of the build season. The build season is from like December until February, basically, until the beginning of testing, essentially, right? From the end of the last phase until the beginning of testing, you get only a few months. So as you can imagine, it's quite a rush, especially when you got some teams which are trying to like adapt their cars to different engines and new regulations coming in and this and that, right? So you get like limited amount of time and limited amount of people to work on these cars and to get them out and pass all of these FIA crash tests with new regulations coming in on all of these things. So it's a little bit different in December, and you're crunching time a bit more in December, and there's a little bit less time. So people still get away, people still spend the time with their families and have the time off, but with a bit more of a hurry and development of the car in mind, sort of thing, right? Even the teams themselves, like whilst people are off for Christmas, there is some people in the facility staying around, I'm pretty sure, and looking after these things and preparing these things, maybe even upgrading these things, just like in the summer, to make sure that when people come back at the beginning of January, that everything is ready to crunch for the next 2 months and get the cars out. Because believe me, believe it or not, the last few weeks before the testing, it is like running around, crazy sort of thing, sending stuff back and forth, passing the FIA crash test and stuff like that, because you want to have your car ready, right? You want to make sure that you're ahead of the curve, essentially, and you're not behind, having to ship boxes to the track, few hours before the session, essentially, which has happened to many teams in the past. I mean, if you look at it historically, especially the teams that were financially struggling, Mana Marussia, Caterham, teams like that, historically, and many, many others in the 90s, back when you had to pre-qualify to even get on a grid, which if you know, you know. But anyway, that is it for this short little video. If you don't know, I'm a Formula 1 Composites laminator. Some of you may know me as Cream Brulee Dave and many others. But regardless, if you enjoyed this short little video, leave me a like in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel because there's going to be plenty more of this exciting behind the scenes Formula 1 content and things that I can share with you that's common knowledge, but you may not know about. So let me know in the comments your thoughts. That's the most important one to me always. I always want to know what you think, what's on your mind, what you thought of this video, if it maybe provided some value to you. Are you a composites laminator? Are you a composites trimmer? Do you work in Formula 1 or in the motorsport industry in general? Motorsport in general, I'm passionate about. Do you know what I mean? Rallying, WEC, Formula 1, anything like that. But yeah, let me know and have a lovely day.